Today, I want to share with you one of the methods that I used to make money when I was broke, and I think it was pretty, pretty useful. And this is not only if you're broke, this is for any entrepreneur in reality, particularly if you want to have more free time. And this method is not for everyone. It is for someone that is an expert in some topic. If you are an expert in nothing, then why are you not learning something? But if you are an expert in something, if you know a lot about something, you don't need to be the number one. You just need to know a lot about one topic. Okay? Then watch this episode or listen to it. So welcome back, awesome, beautiful people, to another episode of the Diary of a Digital Entrepreneur. Today, I want to share with you this method. But before that, let me give you some context. In 2008, I opened up a training company, but I wasn't the trainer. I was just running the company. And what we did is we offer training, workshops, education, professional continuing education to companies. And what they would do is we would reach out to companies, or they would reach out to us, and they say, we need a workshop on time management for 7 people, or we need a workshop in improving, I don't know, communication skills for 25 people, or Excel, Microsoft Office, whatever it was. We had it all. Because what we did is we work with a big list of professors, instructors, speakers, and we had people that from our instructors or speakers, the range was pretty big. I mean, we went from people that just got paid $20 per hour to 180 or 200 per hour. We didn't work with the top speakers or anything like that. It was just like more accessible prices. Okay, and keep in mind that this is also what's happening in Spain in 2008 to 2015 or 16 when I had to close my company because it went bad. Things went wrong. So just to put it in perspective, if you live in the United States, in Spain, a family of 4 will only spend in the supermarket 1/3 or 1/4 of what they spend in California. So someone that makes $40,000 per year has a relatively decent salary. It's more than the average. So I want to put that in perspective when you are listening to all these numbers. And back then, and this is 12 years ago or 15 years ago, so even more. This was $100 and $150 per hour was pretty significant still is pretty significant for anyone living in Spain. Okay, so it is good money for the United States as well, but here you can imagine they will be like 2, 3, 4 times that. Anyways, so what would happen is that we work with all these professors, and not professors like instructors or speakers, and some of them we would call them often because their courses were popular, because we knew that the clients and the students were super happy, because they understood that they were working for us, not for the client or themselves. So they weren't trying to sell something to the client later. So we knew that they made us money. We knew that if we send them there to teach let's say a productivity course, but they had a time management course, they would talk about it, but not for them to sell it, for us to sell it and make money, but we would sell it for them and we would make money. Some other speakers would think, oh, once I'm there, I'll try to sell something for me. So they would try to steal our clients. We never work with those again. There weren't that many people that did that, but sometimes that happened. So what happens is that some of these speakers, they were making $100, $150 per hour, or $50 per hour, whatever it was at euros, we would hire them for 1, 2, 3 courses per month. They would go teach a workshop for 4 hours or 8 hours, and maybe they work 4 full afternoons or 4 hours each afternoon or something like that, and they would make 500, 1,000, 1,500 euros per month in just a few afternoons. And that was just from us. Sometimes they work with several training companies because we had no competition agreement or something like that, since we didn't want to commit to a certain amount of hours or anything of that sort. So why am I sharing this? Because you can do something similar. We would receive so many offers from different speakers saying, hey, I do this, I teach this. Well, actually not that many, but just we get like one every week or something, which by the end of the year is plenty. And some people would say, hey, I am a time management speaker. These are my courses. Here's my resume. Call me if you're interested. And they wouldn't say the price or anything. It was the most boring and personal email. It was just like a copy and paste, send it to 1,000 people. So obviously we didn't even pay attention to those. But some people were actually really clear in their message. They told us what they charge. Some people didn't want to tell us their price per hour until we meet or until we tell them what kind of clients we work with. I didn't waste time with those. I just wanted the ones that were very clear and helped me save my time. This is what I sell. This is how much I get paid, and I can do this and this and that, whatever, and also if they share some sort of story, it was helpful. So what I'm recommending is that if you are good at something, if you're really good at something, and you could teach that something to someone, let's say that in your company, they're going to hire someone, or you're going to hire someone, and you need to teach them to do XYZ, and you have 4 hours or 7 hours to teach them that. Can you develop a curriculum to teach them that? And you know that by the end of those 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, they are going to be ready, or at least have developed a lot of skills. If you can do that, then you can teach you're almost ready to teach a course. You're ready to develop the content. Now develop the content and then teach it. This video is not about how to develop a course. If you're interested, please leave a comment and maybe I can do a video about that. Now, once you develop that content and you logically practice it and all of that, the content, you need to teach it and it needs to be fun and interesting. Otherwise, if it's boring as hell, then nobody will hire you again. But once you have it and you have practiced it and you know it's good, reach out to training companies that do what I used to do. Offer them your services, tell them what you do, and understand that they need to make money. So if you're selling it for 1,000, they need to be able to sell it for 5,000 because they are selling that to people. They need to pay their salespeople, they need to pay for the office, for many things. All you're doing is developing something and teaching it. But they do have more expenses, okay? So, and they're not gonna do it just for the love of education. So they need to make 3, 4, 5, 6 times more than you. Keep that in mind. And unless you are a super famous speaker and you make $50,000 per hour, in that case, they'll be happy with 10% or something like that. But we're talking about the other side, so of the spectrum. So start sending proposals to tens, dozens, hundreds of companies. And if you are able to get 1 or 2 or 3 companies that hire you relatively often to teach that workshop or the 3 workshops that you have, and you do it once, 2, 3 times per month, you might start making $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 per month, teaching maybe 5, 6, 7 afternoons or mornings per month. And this is an amazing way of living. And I did that after my company went south. I But instead of reaching out to companies, I was trying to sell it myself to companies because I have selling skills. But at the beginning, I was trying to go for something cheaper because I needed money, and I was confused, and trying to sell cheap is never the best option. But it doesn't matter. That's what I did. We all make mistakes. And I was trying to sell the course for $800 or $1,000. I would lower the price sometimes to $600. I would take whatever because I needed money to pay for food. And it helped me because I would teach 4 hours, get €600 or 1,000 euros or dollars or whatever. But it grows. All of a sudden, people start referring you to other people, and you start getting paid more. Right now, I am not even taking that many in-company courses. Now, companies offer me $2,000 for a 3-hour course, or euros, or 3,000. I don't take it, and that is just because I went through the process and I offer value. My last course that I did was $1,000 $2,000 for 1 hour. I am taking less and less courses, and this is what can happen to you. But it's a process. It's a process, and it's a really, I would not say necessarily easy, but if you do it well, and it just work for a few months on trying to get these education companies to work with you, to see you, and then maybe you'll get lucky and you'll have someone that brings you this extra cash. And they say, hey, do you have time to teach a course, a workshop in 2 weeks from now? We'll pay you X amount. And this is pretty nice. So I hope that was helpful. If you're more interested in this topic, if you want me to develop it more a little, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, do all those beautiful things. Bye.